A cold draft swept through the airport as the automatic doors slid open, and the rush of voices, rolling suitcases, and hurried footsteps filled the air. In the middle of all that movement stood a girl completely still. People brushed past her, checked departure screens, called loved ones, but she didn't move. No one knew her name, no one noticed her trembling fingers, except for one little girl who suddenly stopped, turned around, and stared at something was wrong. Something quiet. Something only the heart of a child could recognize before the rest of the world did. And in that fleeting moment, a silent signal changed everything. Zara had been standing alone near gate B14 for nearly an hour, clutching a faded notebook against her chest. She watched lips move around her, people laughing, arguing, rushing, but she heard none of it. She had been deaf since birth. Airports were always overwhelming for her, too many signs, too many expressions to read, too many announcements she could miss. She was flying alone to Houston for her scholarship interview, a chance to change her life. A chance she had fought for years to earn. But life always seemed to test her right when hope felt closest. An airport announcement boomed overhead, vibrations humming through the glass walls, making people turn their heads. Zara didn't react. She didn't even look up. Her fingers tightened on her notebook as she flipped to the last page, the one she drew that morning: a tiny house, a bright sun, and a girl with hopeful eyes. Under it she had written, "One day." The crowd around her slowly shifted away, heading toward new gates. She didn't know why. Asking for help always made her feel small, and today she promised herself she wouldn't ask anyone, but that promise was about to break. 7-year-old Hannah, a little girl with messy braids and a glittery unicorn backpack, was skipping alongside her mom, laughing, spinning, until something about Zara's stillness made her stop. Really stop. Hannah watched as Zara pressed trembling fingertips to her throat as if trying to speak but failing. Then the notebook slipped from her hands and hit the floor with a soft thud. Zara didn't bend to pick it up. She stood frozen, panic tightening her shoulders, her world spinning silently while everyone else moved in fast forward. Hannah walked over, knelt, picked up the notebook gently, and held it to Zara. "Are you okay?" she asked softly. Zara read her lips and shook her head, trying to smile but unable to hide the fear in her eyes. "Do you need help?" Hannah spoke slowly, exaggerating each word like she'd seen on a TV show. Zara nodded quickly, relief flooding into her face. Hannah grabbed her hand. "My mom says I talk too much, but sometimes people need someone who talks." For the first time that day, Zara almost laughed. They walked back toward Hannah's mother, but before Hannah could even explain, her mother sighed impatiently. "Hannah, sweetheart, don't bother the young lady." She didn't hear the announcement, Hannah insisted, turning back to Zara. Her flight changed. She didn't know. Zara's eyes widened, changed, her heart sank. Hannah's mother checked the nearest screen. Her expression dropped instantly. "Oh no, your flight board's in 8 minutes. The new gate is all the way across the terminal." Zara felt the ground tilt beneath her feet. 8 minutes? She could never make it. Her dream was slipping through her fingers, but Hannah shook her head stubbornly and squeezed Zara's hand tighter. "She can make it." Before Zara could protest, Hannah was already pulling her forward with surprising strength. "Mama, please. Help her." Her mother hesitated for only a moment before grabbing Zara's suitcase. "Okay. Let's go." They ran. Past kiosks, across long moving walkways, through crowds and luggage carts. Zara's breath grew sharp and uneven, not from the sprint, but from hope colliding with fear. Halfway there, Zara stumbled to her knees. Hannah instantly rushed to her, placing both tiny palms on Zara's cheeks. "You're strong," she whispered. "You don't hear the world, but one day the world is going to hear you. Come on." Those words lit something in Zara, a spark, a warmth, a promise. She wiped her tears and ran again. They reached the gate just as the final call flashed on the overhead display. A staff member stood ready to close the door. "I'm sorry, you're two." Before he could finish, Zara's notebook fell again, but Hannah stepped forward, her voice shaking yet loud enough to echo across the gate. "Please let her on. She's deaf. She didn't hear the announcement. She has a dream." The terminal shifted. People turned. The staff member froze, for the first time in a long time. Zara didn't feel invisible. He knelt down. What's her name? Hannah checked Zara's name badge. Zara. The staff member nodded, opened the door, and motioned urgently. Zara, go. You made it. Her breath caught. Tears spilled. She wrapped her arms around Hannah in the tightest hug she'd ever given anyone. Hannah hugged her back. Go chase your sky. Zara couldn't speak. Couldn't hear, but inside, her heart thundered louder than any sound she'd never known. She ran through the jet bridge, turning one last time. Hannah and her mother were waving. Zara pressed her hand over her heart, then pointed toward them. A silent signal, stronger than any words. The doors closed long after the plane lifted into the clouds. Hannah whispered, Mom, do you think she'll be okay? Her mom smiled. Because of you? She'll be more than okay. Far above the clouds, Zara sat by the window, opening her notebook to a fresh blank page. Her hand didn't shake anymore. She wrote, sometimes the world ignores silent people, until a kind heart hears them. She looked out at the sky, endless and bright. Her life was just beginning, all because a little girl heard a silent signal the world didn't notice.